Hey y'all, okay, so this is one of my first videos that I'm actually going to be talking about a few things. Um, I guess I just wanted to talk to you about the political situation that we have in our country and what's going on with it. One of the biggest issues right now is our education system, and is Trump doing good, or is he not doing good? And really, does any president really affect it the way it should do it? And how many kids suffer because we have administrators in positions that actually just do administrative work and they're actually not in the classroom. So this is what I propose. I think that everybody needs to sit down and listen to what the president is saying, what the education system is saying on the issue of his reasoning behind what he just passed. This is a massive legislation that needs to happen within our school districts. My son was assaulted in our school district here in Baraboo, Wisconsin. And you know what happened? Nothing. Nothing happened 2 times in one day, and he was violently assaulted. The police were involved. They didn't do nothing. Human Services didn't do nothing. And the school district said it wasn't up to us to know what would happen to the boy. They weren't even willing at first to let my son be moved from school to school. So my son was faced, we were faced with either pulling our kid from the school, letting my kids suffer with the abuse, not only physical, but mental abuse my son has put up with for years from this one boy that tortured him and tortures other kids and hurts them. So when they start talking about this legislation of if these kids would be handled legally, it's about time. It's about time parents start taking responsibility again for their kids and for the actions of their families. I talked to a lady tonight that just broke my heart. And she said when she was younger, this lady is 75 years old, and her parents went to the schools. And she had to go to school, and she lives with the fear of this boy telling her that he was going to kill her one day. So I just want to say to you parents and to all you people who call all these other people snowflakes and all these other things, I think it's time that we start listening and looking. Hey, my husband's all for beat the crap out of that boy. But I will tell you one thing, that my son is in trouble. And that other boy, he gets away with it because he has the IEP or some other thing. It is time that we start taking responsibility for our children, and our children start taking responsibility for their actions. And maybe parents need to miss some work because their kids can't behave in school and kids need to go home and get suspended again. You know, I am sick and tired of this behavior issues in our school districts. And if we can't fix it, I feel sorry for our next generation. And I feel sorry for my 9-year-old son that gets scared to go to school because he's afraid that a boy is going to kill him at school, or that he can be attacked and the teacher or a counselor that he went to didn't do nothing about it and sent him back into school to be assaulted worse the second time. So this is what I propose, that you guys really start listening. Just because it didn't affect you doesn't mean it doesn't affect thousands of other children throughout our country. And it's about time you start listening to what actually is happening and stop just saying that it's these kids or that kid. It's all of our kids. They're all going to affect it. And I want to say this one thing to like the Wisconsin legislature. It took me writing to the White House, me as a parent, begging the president to do something. I love this, what they did. You know, a kid shouldn't be able to assault other kids. An 8-year-old assaulting another 8-year-old, there's something wrong. Violently attacking them, there is something wrong. And for that child to remain in our school district puts other kids at risk. And you guys can deny it. They denied it now. They don't say anything about it. That child that attacked my son had more rights than my son. And that's wrong. So what I'm asking you to do is think about that. And it's about time we start working together instead of always fighting each other. If you find something wrong in this legislation, you're wrong. You're not thinking of other kids. You're not thinking of kids like mine that's been hurt, and you're wrong. All right, that's all I'm going to say, because I have some other issues too. So listen, just because a person believes or thinks different than you doesn't mean they can't come up with something good that's great for our country. So it's about time we start acting like adults and start paying attention. All right, thanks, bye.